Good morning and welcome to Satya Sunday. I'm Ali Benjamin, and every Sunday we jump on and I share some thoughts and insights on to help you on your spiritual path. So whether you're seeing this for the first time or you're coming back around, you check in with us every Sunday because we've been doing this since, gosh, '09, so quite a few years now. And I love it when there's new people that are showing up because we've got a great group of people that check in every Sunday, and now you're part of that group for today, so welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So this is a my weekly message from the Satya community, which is a spiritual community that is primarily based online. I'm here in Farmington, Utah with my beloved husband, Michael, and we are the directors of the Satya Center, which does have a physical address here in Ogden, Utah, but really our friends and our community are based all over the world. So welcome. Glad that you're here. I know that we've got a lot of friends in the UK. And good morning. Well, it's good evening to you. I know it's 5 p.m. where you are. It is 10 a.m. where I am. Where are you? What's the time? And what's going on with you? Let's make this a conversation, not just me being the talking head. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive into a little centering, a grounding. So if you will, take a moment to close your outer eyes and just simply notice that most of our time is spent up here in the head, the thinking, the noticing what's going on around us, processing those realizations and those thoughts. And that's really great. But for this moment, for the next couple of minutes, let's take a little journey down from the head, down from the brain, and drop into the heart. And the heart, today, what I'm talking about, the heart is your central point of connection to life, your central self, your soulful self. Yes, there's a thinking aspect, but there's a feeling, there's a belonging, there's arriving. And that happens when we're centered in our bodies, centered in our hearts, and just so take a moment to feel that connection that we have all the time, but we're not always aware of it. So imagine your heart could take a deep breath, inhaling, expanding the field of love and appreciation, and exhaling love and appreciation. And as you do these heart-centered breaths for the next minute, as you arrive and center yourself, feel what it feels like to be fully aware of being present to reality, to being present in your body, to being present to the light and the love that you are. Aside for everything else, all the roles that you play, all the activities that you engage in, there's an essential self that's always in the now moment, that's observing the comings and goings of life, but always steady, always reliable, and that's your soul. That's your essential identity, who you really are. And that's what we're talking about today. As we arrive, as we relax and center ourselves, we're doing that in full awareness that we're more than the mind, we're more than the body. We are a soul. And our soul isn't located within our body. Our mind and our body are located within our soul. Our soul is is ineffable, really. It's hard to describe it because it's more than what we know and perceive with our senses. It's beyond that. It's a part of the universe. It's an essential part of everything. And so get a sense of being exquisitely physical, also mental. You have the ability to think and interact and interface with the physical dimension, but there's something more. There's something greater that each of us are a part of. And it is this one all-encompassing, never-ending life that continues to move and flow and take different forms and give rise to all manner of things. And we're a part of this great, abundant flow of life. Some call it God. Some call it universal intelligence. It goes by many names around our world. And so just land on the feeling of it for now. There's only one, and you're part of it. We all are. We're all in this thing together. Take a breath. Wonderful. And welcome back. Welcome to Satya Sunday broadcast. I'm Ali Benjamin, and I am the founder and the director of Satya, who sponsors this every Sunday. And today, my title for the talk or the message that I'm about to give is the word Orient. Now, all year long, I've been choosing a word, using the alphabet to guide me month by month. And here in August, we start with the letter O. And I chose the word Orient because it's so key to understand the premise of orienting or orientation. So I'm going to give you the dictionary, one of the dictionary definitions. Orient is to align or position or adjust oneself or one's ideas according to new surroundings or circumstances. This is a wonderful ability of us humans. Last week I talked about the word nuance, and we are nuanced beings. We get to reorient ourselves to whatever situation we find ourselves in. Because we are beings that are conscious of being conscious, we get to make decisions, minute adjustments to the way we see things, the way we think about things. We can learn new things so we can build our wisdom and our intellect so that we can explore different paths, different hobbies, go on different adventures based on the study and the research we've done, so we can orient ourselves to different situations. We can orient our thinking to align with our vision and dreams. And so this is one of the wonderful qualities that we have as human beings, as soul-centered beings. This is one of the wonderful qualities that we have access to, but only as long as we're aware of it. Because that's the thing about humans. We can be aware of our powers, our qualities, our options, or not. And I like to think of it as living by default or living by design. And once we're on a spiritual path and self-discovery path, and we begin to realize that we have a lot of power, we have a lot of abilities that we can develop. And so that's really what I talk about most Sundays, is understanding who we really are, meaning we are all spiritual beings having a very human yet spiritual experience. And what we are is how we develop our personality, how we organize our life in service of the greater life. So there's who we are, spiritual being, and what we are, which is a being, a physical being that has the ability to think and plan and act and vision, an emotional being that gets to feel, and we get to organize our life in service of not only ourselves, but everything and everyone, because there is only one. We're all connected. So whatever we do in our private life, whatever we do for a job, a vocation, a career, even our hobbies, our service, our volunteerism, the way we raise our family, all of that affects everything else. And so really the path of awakening, the path of living a spiritually awake, aware, conscious life is our ability to be a vehicle, to be a channel for goodness, for light, for love. So who we are, spiritual being, what we are, a unique vehicle to bring forth our unique gifts, talents, resources into time and space. And that supports everything and everyone, as long as we're doing it consciously, as long as we are using our intellect, our body, our abilities to lift everything and everyone around us up and support everyone by what we do in the world. So there's who we are, there's what we are, and how we serve, how we bring that unique essential self into time and space. And so orient, again, align, position, or adjust oneself according to our surroundings and circumstances. We can also orient ourselves towards our vision, our dream, and our goals. And this is the wonderful thing, that once we understand who we are as creative beings, once we understand that we have unlimited resources available to us, if we expand our awareness, we realize this, that we can harness so much of what's around us in service of our goals and our dreams and our visions. And so really, once we understand this, we can sort of dive into how do we orient ourselves more fully, more effectively with what it is we want to become, who we want to become, and what we want to experience. And there are 3 laws that once we understand these laws, it makes orienting ourselves to our dreams, visions, and goals so that we can actually manifest them much, much more easier. So there's the law of intention. So what's your intention? And you might be asking, well, my intention about what? What's your intention in regards to your life? What do you want? Who do you want to be? What kind of persona do you want to develop? Because you've got the power. Because energy flows where your attention goes. So once you understand the power of intention, the law of intention then works through you. So what is it that you want? Identifying who you want to be as a personality, who you want to be as a loving presence on this planet, and you start to establish your intention. Well, I want to be peaceful. I want to be wise. I want to be caring and compassionate and loving and helpful and caring. I want to be fun-loving. I want to be an adventurer. I want to be a curious seeker. I want to gain lots of wisdom and understanding about all manner of things. What is it that you want? There's so much. The banquet table is laid out full and abundant of opportunities and possibilities, and you have within you potentialities. Why? Because that's how humans are made. We're made. We come ready and packed with this amazing mind, with this amazing heart, with this body that can navigate and give and receive. We have so much once we wake up to who and what we truly are. So what is it that you want to experience? Establish your intention. So when we have an intention, this orients us, remember, aligns us to our dreams, visions, and goals. And we start to work a little bit in the imaginal realm. This is a wonderful aspect of our mind. We get to imagine. We get to intuit. We get to establish our will. We get to have determination. The ability that we have with our brain and with our mind is vast. And so use your imagination to imagine a life that you would love to live. And this establishes your list of intentions. And once you have a list of intentions, then the law of intention then sweeps in, and then we are then carried with more grace and ease, a more natural flow towards our intention. The law of intention naturally mirrors back to us in the world of form our intention. We begin to see, oh yeah, I have an intention to be more peaceful. Opportunities will arise in your field to give you an opportunity to develop more patience or more awareness or whatever it is, more peace. And so we live in this world where it feels like we're here looking out at this amazing reality, when in fact we're all merged with it. We're all one with it. So once we, in our little mind, start to establish an intention, whatever that might be, the universe then clothes that intention with form. It mirrors back to us. We'll find ourselves presented with opportunities, with invitations. New pathways will become clear. People will show up in our life based on our ability to establish an intention and then activate the law of intention that then matches our personal intention, that's not only mental, it's also energetic. It's spiritual. Our intention is multifaceted. It is a multi-dimensional occurrence. When we set an intention, our energy is engaged. When we set an intention, our heart opens up. When we set an intention, our intellect comes on board. When we set an intention, our intuition takes over. We're able to discern more fully what's for us, what's not. And then we engage with the field in a very dynamic way because we're living by design, not by default. Then the next law, the law of attraction, orients the universe to mirror our intention, organize itself to bring that thing by the force of attraction. The energy behind establishing a vision, a goal, a dream, an intention, something happens within us. And it's this energy that is associated with love and appreciation. Because once we establish a vision, something we want to experience, something we want to be, someone we want to be, along with that, naturally comes love and appreciation. Because we love our dreams. We have great gratitude for the things that we love. So those two things, love and gratitude, activates an energetic that is magnetic, that actually, through the law of attraction, then draws those things towards us. Once we get clear, remember, energy flows where our attention goes. And this energy circulates, kind of like the infinity sign. We set an intention, and then the universe matches it. We set an intention, the law of attraction that then is activated, and our life becomes a living expression circulating this love and appreciation that we have for who we are and what we want to experience and how we want to be in the universe. And this energetic starts to pull us and move us forward. And then we can't help but actualize and materialize the vision, the dream, the goal that we have in mind, that we set intention. And then the third law, and this is so dynamic. This is so good to know, because once you know it, you can't not know it. Something inside you like turns on, and then you start to live awake. You start to live as a conscious co-creator, manifesting all the time intentionally. You start to activate the law of right action. So we have to think in a certain way. We have to feel the love and appreciation that our thinking, our imagination, our intellect has now established a vision, a dream, a goal, an intention. And then we start to feel the law of attraction. We start to feel that love and appreciation. The world starts to mirror back to us. And now we start to activate the law of right action. The universe knows. Have you noticed everything in the universe? Let's say a flower, a plant that has the ability to flower. It naturally is working the law of right action. It doesn't know how not to do it. It knows how to be a seed. It knows how to become a sprout. It knows how to grow into a stalk with leaves. It knows how to form a bud, and it knows how to blossom. We know how to activate that right action within us, within each of us. We have a seed. We have the ability to water that seed, that idea, that vision, that goal, that dream, by staying in alignment, by being appreciative for that vision, that idea, that dream, that vision, and start to water it with ideas, start to harness the energy of the universe, start to make collaborations and make decisions based on the fact that you can ask yourself, does this orient me to my dream and goal and vision? Does this thought, does this action align me with where I'm headed? And then right action will kick in, and we'll start to take the actions that align with the blueprint, the seed of our dreams, our wishes and goals. There's an essential blueprint within you, just like there is within that flowering plant seed. It knows how to become the sunflower. You know how to become the unique soul, the unique expression of life that you are here to be. It's all in there within you. And as you start to work the law of intention, the law of attraction, the law of right action, you begin to give that essential essence, that blueprint of your soulful self. You start to give it a way to express itself by means of you. You are designed for this. You are designed to become the most magnificent expression of you, one of a kind, unique, rare, and beautiful jewel, gem of a being that you are. So there's this beautiful person, her name's Jill Bolte Taylor. She is a scientist, a brain scientist, that had a stroke, and she wrote a book about this, My Stroke of Insight. Look it up. She wrote a book about her experience of being a brain scientist, so being deeply immersed in the field of the brain and how the brain works, how it operates, and then unfortunately had this stroke. And then she became aware of who she was within the middle of this stroke. And so how her brain was operating whilst having a stroke. Now, her stroke led her to realize that two parts of her brain were shut down. And those two parts of her brain were the logical side, it was still there a little bit, but for the most part, it wasn't taking the driver's seat. So that part of her brain, let's call it character one, the one that makes sure everything is okay, that the lungs are doing the lung thing, the heart, all of the systems and of the body are functioning, that part of the brain that watches over all of that, that part of making sure that everything's operating, that part was kind of offline. And then character two, the emotional part of the brain. This is where all of our memories live, the trauma, the shame, all of the experiences we've had, that part of us that then has an opinion about all of that, that was shut down. So imagine yourself that you're not so interested in the intellect, you're not so interested in the past, you're more aligned with these other two parts of the brain, character 3 and 4. 3 is the creative part. This is the free-flowing one, the one that knows how, the one that knows that everything's going to be okay, that the one that just wants peace and equality for everyone. You know that part of your brain. You're in the flow, you're doing what you love, and time seems to disappear. That part of you that just loves to get along and feel the flow and be creative and do what you love to do. That part of the brain, that's character 3. And then there's character 4, and this is the most expansive left-sided part of your brain that is just pure bliss, that's non-verbal. It just sees in pictures, and it feels that we're all one at all times, and it's connected to everything. So she woke up in the middle of her stroke with this awareness that she is now in the left side of her brain. And there was an expansiveness, a joy, a bliss, an openness that she'd never felt before. She'd maybe felt it in spurts, but not to this degree. And so this is a great teaching for us. We can see these parts, these character parts of ourselves. There's that analytical, logical thinking side of us that is watchful and scared and organizes and makes sure that you're safe. There's that emotional part of us that remembers what it was like when we were a child or in the past, that carries along with it the shame, blame, guilt, and hurts. And then there's that part of us, that character 3 and 4, that is more open, more creative, more willing to move out of our comfort zone and try new things. Well, that's what we want to enhance as we start to orient ourselves with our vision and dreams. We want to go into more of a mindful, co-creative stance with manifesting the life of our dreams, utilizing the law of intention, the law of attraction, and the law of right action. And so Jill Bolte Taylor has developed this acronym, and it's BRAIN, BRAIN. So B stands for breathe. So bring your let's go into a little meditation as we close here. So close your eyes and take a breath. And breathe and bring yourself into the present moment. R stands for recognize. And you want to recognize what part of your brain is online right now. And she calls this a huddle. Is it that part of your brain, that character 1, that's logical, that's overthinking and overanalyzes things? Or is it that part, the emotional part of you that feels sad or hurt or ashamed? Or is it that part of you that's creative and innovative and wants to work together with others? Or is it that other part of you that's just one with everything? And so let's bring into huddle and recognize what character is most alive within you. And then A, appreciate. There's all 4 parts of you that you always can have access to. And start to appreciate that you're multifaceted. You can lean on any one of those characters at any given time, or maybe a couple of them. And then I, inquire. What do I need to do in the next moment? Right action. You call upon right action. And discernment. What do I need to do here? And then N, navigate. How do I get back into action in this moment? Meaning, what can I do to move me in the direction, to orient myself with my dreams and visions? So thank you, Jill Bolte-Taylor, for brain, breathe, recognize, appreciate, inquire, and navigate. So that's my download for today. I hope this has helped. And we'll close with a little meditation. But if this has supported you and you'd like to donate to support this ministry and our vision to inspire minds, heal hearts, and transform lives, you can go to Venmo and give us a little donation there at Satya Center, or go to our website, Satya Live. So SATYALIVE. So .org. So that's how you can support us, but even more importantly, you support us by being here and being present and activating your sacred spiritual superpowers as you orient yourself towards your dream, your vision, and your goal. So peace and blessings to you. Close your eyes and trust and know that there is a blessing for you right here and right now. It is the blessing of oneness. There is only one life, one power, omniscience, omnipotence, omnipotence. That is who and what we truly are. All powerful, all knowing, everywhere present, always available to bring forth our dreams and goals by simply opening up to them, knowing who we truly are as spiritual beings, knowing what we are as vehicles, as channels, as conduits for bringing life and love and beauty into time and space through the very vehicle of our life. So we simply say yes to what wants to unfold, yes to what wants to manifest, yes to what we're becoming, yes to being a living expression of God's love on earth right now. Thank you. Thank you, life. And let's speak a blessing for everything and everyone. Let's know that everything is evolving, everything is waking up, that we are a humanity that is creating peace and beauty and love on earth. Even now as we speak, things are coming together. Things are unfolding with joy and ease and abundance and beauty. And for this we give thanks. For this and something better. So peace and blessings to you. I'll see you next week. And don't forget, tomorrow there's Growing Edge Live broadcast with me. You can find it right here on our Facebook Satya page, or you can go to New Thought Media Network and find our Growing Edge Live show. It's a live show. It's broadcast, videoed, and tomorrow I'm going to have a very special guest, my husband Michael. We're going to talk about his near-death experience, his NDE, and what that activated within him, and how working with hospice patients, those that are on the verge of death, and talking to them who are talking to their loved ones, opened him up to so much, to eternal life, and to some of the messages that our loved ones that have lived a full, rich life and now want to share it with us. So don't miss that. It's going to be amazing. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Mwah. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.